Carmelo, what's new?
I got nothing, Barry.
I'm just here, just having a good time. Ready to answer you guys' questions.
Have you met with the Nets at all?
No, not at all. I don't know. I really don't know where that came from, as far as me supposed to be meeting with, the owner or whatever with New Jersey. Period. I don't know where that came from. There's no meeting has been set for me to meet with New Jersey or anything like that. So honestly, I really don't know where that's coming.
Are you getting sick of all this? Or are you going to just, if it's going to happen, get it over with? It's not going to happen.
Yeah. I'm ready. I'm ready for something to just happen. I know if I was to just go back to Denver and say right now, listen, let's get it done, let's get this extension signed, then all of this stuff would be over with. But it's some things that I'm still, thinking about in the back of my head, and I'm just ready for this whole thing just to be over with.
How have you been able
talking with the Knicks? Talking with the Knicks. 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 Talking with the Knicks.
They're pretty complicated. Like you said, there was a large number of players involved and 3 teams, but the gist of it is that Denver gets Wilson Chandler, Danilo Gallinari, Raymond Felton, Timothy Mozgov, and New York's 2014 first-round pick. That's kind of the main crux of what Denver gets. The Knicks, of course, get Carmelo, Chauncy Billups, Sheldon Williams, Ronaldo Bachman, and Anthony Carter. The Wolves will be getting, who are the third team involved, will get Corey Brewer, or the Wolves are sending Corey Brewer to the Knicks. See, I'm getting confused. While Eddie Curry and Anthony Randolph go from New York to Minnesota.
No, I can't even get it.
Here we go, Blue. Let's go, Blue. I'm here. Yeah. I'm here. Good help, Jay. Chauncy, get up. Ready. Yes, I'm here. I'm here. Yes, sir. Let's screen, boy. I'm over there by myself. I know you're over there. So if he rolled and then they trying to get back, they skip. That's hard for me. I got to get out there, but that's a hard run to get out there. I got ball. I'm switching. Everything with me. Yeah. I got 2 steals today. Open court steals. Open court steals. I got your help, Nene. I'm here, Junior. Good.
Well, good afternoon. I'd like to welcome Carmelo Anthony, Chauncy Billups, Sheldon Williams, Anthony Carter, and Corey Brewer to New York, and welcome back Ronaldo Bachman. I would also like to acknowledge all the Knicks legends in attendance. We are very happy that you are here too. I'd like to acknowledge all of our players, families, and their agents, but especially would like to acknowledge Lala Vasquez and Leon Rose. While we have always respected Carmelo as a player, when we met the other night, I enjoyed that meeting, liked him a lot, and it was clear that he wanted to come to our city and play for our franchise. In addition to Carmelo, also we think having Chauncy on a young team like ours is great for our franchise. He's a proven winner and a champion, and we are excited about having him.
About what the walkthrough was like now that you and Knicks here at the world's most famous arena. What have you guys had a chance to learn in a short time together?
It was different for me, man. This morning I came in early, got some shots up by myself, and I felt like I was still coming in just for a shoot-around, on the opposing team. It didn't really sink in yet, the fact that I'm a New York Knick. I feel like I'm still dreaming right now. It was a dream come true for myself, and I'm ready to get down to business right now. I know it's only 20-some games, 27 games, something like that left. And I know we got to gel, we got to get our chemistry down, but at the same time we got to roll. We got things to go out there and accomplish. We got goals to reach, and it starts now. I think New York needed a moment like this. I think when they acquired Amari, it brought some excitement back to the city. Now, like Amari said, New York basketball is back. Will we win a championship this year? Who knows? That takes time. But at the end of the day, we're moving into the right direction. And I felt like I wanted to be part of an organization, part of a team who had some upside and, knew what the future was holding. And, like I said, man, it's a dream come true for me, and I'm ready to rock. I'm excited, man. I'm sitting here. I'm in one of the best places in the world, New York City. I'm about to go upstairs and play in my first basketball game as a New York Knick in one of the best arenas in the world. So I'm excited about that.
For me, the whole thing is, I know that how bad this is a huge day for Melo, and I knew that how bad he wanted this to happen. Initially, I'm sure I wasn't probably in the plans, but everybody kind of sees the mentality that we play with together and the cohesiveness that we have on the court, and why would you break that up? So I can understand where they was coming from, and I'm from Denver, as you guys know, and I'm always going to love Denver and what it's all about. I'm like the hometown kid, but it's time to go. It was time to go, obviously, and I'm excited about this. I think that the one thing that's probably going to help us both out is the system that we just came from is kind of up and down, fast-paced. I think the experience that we both have in playing at a very high level, playing deep into the playoffs before, knowing how big some of these regular season games can be, just that experience, I think, alone is going to help out this team. It's going to help us out. And, we come here, like you said, with a lot of very high expectations with the personnel that we have. And we
What's the biggest challenge for each of you to mesh with the team that you have in such short time?
Well, for myself, it's just getting everybody on the same page quickly. Like I said, we don't have no time to waste. I don't really think we have that much practice time to get our chemistry down, so we're going to be learning as we go along in the games. As you all know, this month of March is tough. We start off on the road. It's a big road month for us. So we know that. We know that we got to come together quickly. It's going to be a lot of challenges. We're going to lose some games, due to the lack of chemistry that we have. But at the end of the day, our main goal is to get to that playoffs. And everybody know, once you get to the playoffs, anything can happen.
I think for me, as a point guard, my job is probably the hardest because I got to learn tendencies of 14 new players, with the exception of a couple of my guys, maybe 7 new players actually, but and learn what the coach wants, how they want to play, where certain guys like the ball at. So it's a difficult challenge, but at the same time, I'll be fine. I've done it before a lot of times. And
New York Post, there's some concern the team gave up a little too much, too many pieces. What do you think about the supporting cast and also the chemistry with Amare, you and Amare?
I'm pretty sure if any of you guys were GMs or owners, you would want me and Amare on the same team as well. I really don't know who would turn that down. I look at other teams who have 2 guys, 3 guys, star players, guys who's averaging 20 or more, and they get along. Like myself, I know me personally, I can score 25, I can score 30 points a night. But that's not my goal. That's not my mentality. Now I got somebody else who can score 25, 30 points a night, so it's going to be nice where I have to ride his coattail and say, Stat, look, get down there and give me 30 points, give me 20 rebounds. Listen, you get 15 rebounds a night, I get 15, and we lock this thing down. And then along with Chauncy, with his experience and the way he can spread the court out, and he's been on the championship team before. He's won, NBA Finals MVP, so he know what it takes to win championships. He knows what it takes to win basketball games, and that's the only thing that we want to bring here to the New York Knicks. You know, we want to be an aggressive team. We want to play physical. You know, and we want to, you know, put some fun into the game. I think everybody in New York is ready to bring that physicality back. You know, to play hard defense and play hard basketball games, and we're excited about that. Well, you know, at the beginning, of course, you know, that was a hell of a moment. You know, for the fans to react the way that they did, and to give me that ovation that they did. You know, that was exciting. And then you know, early on in the game, it was just trying to figure it out. You know, trying to run D'Antoni's system, and fit in with with Amari and with Fields and with all them other guys. But towards the end of the game, it came down to basketball at that point. But the way we play, we're used to a system like this. Getting up and down, spacing the court. Letting Chauncy run the pick and rolls with Amari, me on the weak side. But it's going to take some time. But like I said, we're used to a system like that. The most important thing for us is just getting everybody on the same page defensively. We come from a system with different schemes. They have different schemes, and you can't get that done in one game. So toward the end of the game, in the timeouts, we just wanted to stick to a basic scheme tonight until we get some time together.
Why number 7?
First of all, 15 is retired. 22 is retired. I wish I could take it back down. I'm talking to Earl now, man. I don't know who I got to go through to get it. I'll wear it in his honor. I want to honor him and wear that number. But 7 it's my son's birthday. First of all, March 7th. That's my son's birthday. 22 is my high school number. 15 was my NBA number. 22 minus 15 is 7. So it's a.
Did you think at all about 30, Bernard's number?
I thought about it. That number's too big for me, man. It's. It was cool for Bernard back then. Right now, 7. 7 is a great number. I don't see why not. The reaction was great. I felt great, man, and I never experienced anything like that before. Just running out, the fans going crazy. Just that whole, that whole moment at the beginning of the game, and to come in today, go straight from the press conference to the locker room. I got to get ready for a basketball game like this. It was a lot, but at the end of the day, the only thing that mattered was a win.